My name is Sam Dettle from Madison area Democratic Socialists of America. We gather here today in direct response to the crimes perpetrated by ICE, the Border Patrol. And we must recognize that this violence is not new. Yeah. ICE itself was only created in 2003. But the United States government has always maintained its borders with violence and racism. From settler militias and the U.S. Army attacking indigenous nations to the Border Patrol, which committed the same abuses and atrocities that we are seeing today. Just one example of this historic worker suppression committed by these groups comes from the Great Depression, when the United States government violently and forcibly deported over 1 million Mexican Americans. In light of this history, we must not forget, migrant justice is a labor issue. Our corporations exported jobs overseas because they could exploit and oppress workers there for more profit than they could here. When those workers come to America to escape that exploitation, they are treated as second-class workers. Immigrants in, ICE out! Immigrants in, ICE out! Immigrants in, ICE out! Immigrants in, ICE out! These second-class workers, not that they are second-class themselves, but the system treats them as such, are not afforded the same legal protections. These second-class workers are not afforded the same pay. These second-class workers are not afforded the same job opportunities and the same social safety nets. Give me a second.
ICE out!
ICE out!
ICE out!
ICE out! ICE out! ICE out!
All right. Part two. The capitalist ownership class has established this tiered labor system to exploit all workers. Shame!
Hold that for me.
U.S. citizens, U.S. immigrants, and foreign workers. Companies try to pit us against each other. Shame! Companies use the threat of you losing your job or sending your job overseas to someone more exploited than you. They extract even more profit by pitting the blood, sweat, and tears of our exploited overseas immigrant working class brothers and sisters against the blood, sweat, and tears of the workers here. For the capitalists, this tiered labor system has worked beautifully. It has destroyed unions in America by shipping jobs overseas and uses outsourcing today to scare people from unionization. The capitalists use the corporate media to promote right-wing nationalist propaganda that the American working class then uses to blame immigrants and foreign workers, instead of blaming the ruling class who is actually responsible for this. We must recognize that the worker abroad is the worker at home. The worker abroad is the worker at home. The worker abroad is the worker at home. And the exploitation abroad is the exploitation at home.
That's right.
This terrorist ICE regime is a crime against humanity. But it's also part of a larger international labor issue that impacts us all. As long as this tiered class system exists and capitalism can pay some of us less than others for the same labor, it threatens all of us. This is what we mean as socialists when we say our struggles are interconnected through labor. Our own freedom and safety is not possible here without building unshakable solidarity and community relations with not just our immigrant brothers and sisters here, but with working class around the world.
Yeah!
I'll pick that up. I don't want to let it. All right. Our job today and tomorrow is to organize our workplaces, unionize, and make these immigrant and labor connections clear to everyone. Our goal here is whenever our government drops a bomb overseas or abducts our neighbors, we, the millions of organized workers, are ready to take to the streets. As to why we're here specifically today is in relation to Alex Preddy, was a VA nurse who saved lives and was a union member with the American Federation of Government Employees. It is not clear yet whether the Customs and Border Patrol officer who murdered him was part of that same union. Yes, the same AFGE union as Alex Preddy. That doesn't matter though, because what matters is the AFGE union is protecting a state-sponsored apparatus that destroys workers' rights by violently enforcing the aforementioned tiered labor structure. The AFGE union boasts over 90% membership among eligible Border Patrol agents. It boasts about protecting a state-sponsored fascist security force that is murdering its own union members.
Shame!
No union should stand for this. We the workers, we the 99%, nosotros el pueblo, we the people derive our power from the union. Fascist police forces at home and abroad do not derive their power from the union, they derive it from the 1%, the oligarchs. Fascist police forces have no place in our unions. And we must demand AFGE remove the National Border Patrol Council, whose 18,000 Border Patrol members, from its ranks. These Border Patrol members are terrorizing our workers in the streets, in their homes, and at their places of work. We demand the AFGE expel from their membership the Coast Guard Union, whose members are working in cooperation with ICE and Border Patrol. We also demand they expel from their membership the Department of War members. Let me be clear. No union member should be conspiring with the state and capitalist class to take power and life from the working class. No cops in labor. Remember, I'm almost done. This violence is not new. It is part of a capitalist system that exploits workers through a violently enforced tiered labor structure. We must stand in solidarity with all workers, both abroad and at home. We must work to dismantle this tiered labor structure, and we must expel cops and killers from our unions. Now the call to action. Get involved. If you aren't a DSA, PSL, Bolsa de la Frontera member, or a union member, get involved. You're not useful alone. We must organize together. DSA, in coordination with other groups, are holding a Keep ICE Out community meeting Saturday the 31st. Some pamphlets have been going around. From 12 to 3 p.m. at the Labor Temple. Come join us as we fight back. And remember, the worker abroad is the worker at home. The worker abroad is the worker at home. The worker abroad is the worker at home. The exploitation abroad is the
Exploitation at home.
The exploitation abroad is the exploitation at home.